Hey guys, it's Lord here, back again with another review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Horsemen Studios Mythic Legions All-Stars 4.0 Forest Trail 2. That's right. This is technically the third new character in this wave, aside from the two Motu homage figures, because he comes with this awesome redecoed ice troll head, which is the first time yours truly has gotten his hands on said ice troll head. And I gotta say, it's probably my favorite troll head sculpt. But with every good thing comes a bad thing, and this, my friends, is the final chapter of our reviews of the Mythic Legions All-Stars 4.0 wave. It's been fun, but all good things must come to an end, right? We will do an overview tomorrow. As some of you may have noticed, I'm posting this on Thursday. Don't worry, there will be a throwback Thursday. It will be at 5 p.m. This is going to go up at 5 a.m. So there you go. And that will actually also conclude the 2 videos a day thing I've been doing for this week. It's only going to be for this week because when it comes to Mythic Legions, I like to get them up quick so we can move on to other things. I'm not going to say bigger and better things because it kind of is tough to get better than this. So with that being said, we'll come back and talk about some more Legions in a week or so. By the way, G-Con next week. But with that being said, getting into the meat and taters. This thing is massive. And this is actually not my troll. This is Mr. Brian's troll, aka my dad. And let's pan the camera down a bit so you can get a look at that ugly mug. Let's pan it down a little more. It's all, don't mind me. I'm just trying to adjust the camera here. But there he is. There is that ice troll head sculpt staring you right in the face. That is a face only a mother could love. And this has the same articulation as the stone troll. And I will say he comes with one other accessory not on his person. He comes with an alternate head, which is the first forest troll head, which we also saw with the stone troll. I will show you guys that in a separate clip before we look at some comparisons. Because again, this is my dad's figure. Mine is off to the side. We'll talk about that in a minute. But as far as articulation on this guy goes, his head will rotate. It will look up. It will look down. You can look side to side a bit. Not too shabby. His arms move forward and back, of course. They do move out. Nice tight ratchets. Sorry, I'm going to have to do that a couple times during this video, I think. And then he has a swivel at the elbow, as well as a ratcheted hinge. And then he's got rotation in the hands. This guy is rotocast, so he is light, but he is heavy at the same time. And then as far as his other hand goes, he is holding onto this big old honkin', if we can show it here, spiked club with a bit of a tree trunk for a handle. All you gotta do is pop this off, and you can see all the indentations on it and whatnot from it being used in battle. And then we'll just take this out, which can be easier said than done. That's the one thing with these trolls. I wish the hands could be just a smidge softer, but I don't think that would work with the rotocast plastic they use. But there is the handle. Again, it's a tree trunk. And then you just stick this back in. And this actually made a fun pop noise. Can I get it to do that? It's funny. I'll do it again. Inside, deep down, I'm 5 years old. So back to the articulation. His waist will rotate. I will say his little fuzzy diaper here is a little funny. He's got some really long excuse me, bits over here. And then they're really short over here. So I don't know if these just weren't cut. Excuse me. Jeez, I'm drying here. Or if these got cut too short. It's a little odd, but whatever. It's like that on mine too, so I assume it's intentional. But he's got a waist swivel. Works fine. His hips kick forward and back. This one's really tight. Holy crap. Yeah, that one's stiff. And then his feet rotate side to side. A little bit of up and down, but not a ton. So, you know, not the most articulated things in the world, but the trolls really shouldn't be. They're big, fat monsters. But let's just take a moment to look at that head sculpt again. There it is really up close. See if I can't lift it up a bit so the light hits it a little better. There you go. Look at that. Look at that, man. Freaking sick. I love that head sculpt, dude. I can't wait for them to redo the ice troll, because I'm probably going to keep the forest troll as the forest troll and use the original head. But when they do the ice troll, which I'm going to assume is going to come with the stone troll head, which we will compare this guy to in a moment, that's going to be really sweet. So with that being said, if I can set him back there. Pan the camera up again. Boop. See, let's rotate this arm here. Put it down. There. There you go. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Close enough for government work, right? But with that being said, that's what happens when you have OCD kids. The figure must be centered. But with that being said, for the freaking third time, geez, let's get the alternate head on this guy. Or, you know, I'll just show you my troll, which already has the alternate head on it. How about that? And as promised, here is the alternate head that this guy comes with, which is the original head, because we've seen it before, and we actually got this with the Stone Troll in the Stone Troll colors, but now we get it in the original Forest Troll colors. So this is more than likely going to be the head that I use on this guy when they finally remake the Ice Troll, that is. I'm going to probably keep the Ice Troll head on him for now, but when they make the Ice Troll, then I don't need two with the same head, right? But, yeah, this guy looks freaking cool, man. This head. I always like this head. It's a little bit more cartoony. Kind of reminds me of the Rankin Bass Lord of the Rings movies. Trolls and that. But this is actually my figure. The other one we were using for the bulk of this review was my dad's. Well, the reason that is the arm on mine. I don't know if you could see the clear elastic band I have on it. It's not glued in here at the elbow, and the port that is glued into this part of the arm is very warped, and I almost think the upper arm is super duper warped, and it wouldn't work if it was glued anyways. So I have a clear band in here holding his lower arm on at the moment, just so I don't have to move it separately. But yeah, it's kind of annoying, but you know, I talked to Chris this past weekend. Shout out to Chris from, I'll call it Team Horsemen, for being very cooperative and helping me get the replacement stuff I need. In any case that I need replacement stuff. He's a really good guy. He's a cool guy. So shout out to him. Hopefully we'll get this issue resolved in the near to distant future, probably in the next few weeks or so, because Four Horsemen Studios has a lot of stuff going on, so it wouldn't surprise me if it took a bit of time before that happens, but I know it will. The Horsemen always deliver. So, yeah. With that being said, let's take a look at some comparisons. First up here is our Forest Troll 2.0, next to a couple of other Mythic Legions figures. To give you an idea of how he scales with other body types, we have the Skeleton Soldier Builder from Advent of Decay, and the Skeleton Legion Builder. This is the All-Stars version, but he was, of course, available in that first initial Kickstarter. I don't have an Ogre scale figure handy, but I can tell you they probably go up to about his chin. Maybe his jaw, but not that much bigger than these guys, at least compared to the troll body here. I mean, this thing's absolutely massive. He can hold figures in his hands, for crying out loud. He's biggin'. That's all I'm going to say. Up next, here he is, next to the rest of All-Stars 4.0, which I've already taken a look at throughout the week. All those reviews are currently on the channel, so check them out if you haven't already. Well, with the exception of Bryophytus, I actually stuck him back in the box because he kept making messes. It's like having a 2-year-old around. But his review went up last night, so there you go. But at any rate, as you can clearly tell, this guy towers over all these dudes, even my two homeboys, Scaphoid and Tibius. And if you're wondering where Mephitor is, he's right up there. And that's actually something I got from Walter Hagen on his Instagram. Walter the Mad, or Mod. I don't know, it's Mad or Mod with 2 Ds. He had some goblins mounted on the backs of his trolls, so I might actually do that with mine at some point. Definitely save a tiny bit of shelf space anyways. Not so much for the trolls, but hey, I'd make room for more goblins that way, wouldn't I? Next up, here he is, next to the Hasbro Marvel Legends Ultron from the Ursa Major Build-A-Figure wave, and the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Dr. Fate, as he appeared in the Injustice 2 video game. And as you can see, he absolutely dwarfs most 1/12 action figure lines. Well, Dr. Fate's 7-inch, but might as well be the same darn thing to this guy, right? Again, he's just so freaking massive. And as promised, here is our new Forest Troll 2.0 next to the Stone Troll 2.0 with the first release head on it, but it's the same thing. And as you can see, they are pretty much the same. Forest Troll, to my dad anyways, looks a little bigger than this guy. They seem about the same size, so I'm pretty sure these are the same exact parts. Just with that Ice Troll head, he looks a little bit bigger because of the size of that head, whereas the Stone Troll has a much smaller head because he's got that original Stone Troll head. But talking about the weapons quick, the Stone Troll definitely comes with the bigger weapon of the two. It's this big-ass hammer, which I gotta say, mine's a little loose, so I might actually heat this up and squeeze it a little bit. Try and tighten it up or something. But, yeah, it's definitely longer than the Forest Troll's club, but I think the Forest Troll's probably going to do a little bit more damage with this. And if you want, you can actually switch them out. And you could give the Forest Troll this weapon here. You do that. Up next, just so you get an idea of how big this figure really is, here he is next to another giant-sized figure. We have the Violator from the McFarlane Toys Spawn Universe line. And as you can see, even though this Violator is freaking awesome and huge in his own right, the Forest Troll 2.0 just takes it here. Next up, here he is, next to the Hasbro Marvel Legends Infinity Saga Surtur, who actually takes him on height, but I think the Forest Troll has a pretty good chance of kicking the crap out of this thing, let's be honest. I mean, look at how much wider and thicker he is compared to Surtur here. And last but certainly not least, we have our two regulars, Brother Mandibulus from the Advent of Decay, as well as the MK11 Spawn. And yeah, Spawn is definitely dwarfed today. So with that being said, time to wrap things up. Some final thoughts. Overall, and if it isn't clear by now, the Mythic Legions Trolls are some of the best big old chunky figures on the market. You're definitely getting what you pay for here. Yeah, the price is a bit steep. They're $110, but at the end of the day, you get the all-in. You save about 10-20 bucks, so it knocks the price down quite a bit, and I think it's more than fair for what you're getting here. You get a big, chunky figure. If you're like me, you get a big, chunky, defective figure, but most of the time, that probably won't happen. We've gotten a total of 5 of these big honking monsters over the past year, and only one of them's been defective. Granted, that's 5, not like 20, but still, it's better odds than something you'd probably buy at a retail store. So, with that being said, I would highly recommend you pick up at least one of these, or if you're a crazy psycho like my dad, pick up 2, because you obviously have more space than brains. And, you know, have one with one head, have one with the other, because you're crazy. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And if you are so inclined, please hit that notification bell so you know whenever I upload more reviews like this one, because we got to show that algorithm who's boss right. And again, this is the last 2 video per day. I will upload Throwback Thursday later at 5 p.m., but I wanted to get these Mythic Legions All-Stars up and done for you guys so you could check them out at your own leisure. But, as always, if you haven't already, hit me up on Instagram at Overlord Productions, and don't forget to check out the Mythic Legions Cabal over on Instagram and or Facebook. Join in all the Mythic fun and be a part of the community. Legions Con's coming in a week. That's going to be pretty fun. Yours truly is not going to make it, but I'm definitely going to tune into G-Con to see what they have to show for the Poxus wave, because damn it if I can't get my Necronominus wave, right? But, as always, keep the comments civil, because the world sucks enough as it is. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.